Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. Welcome back to another video from Islam God Answers. Now, you might be thinking, where are the videos? Where are the refutations? I want them. I need them. Well, calm down, guys. First of all, school and all that other crap got in the way. But alhamdulillah, I was able to actually find the time to go ahead and record. So, yeah. Anyway, so today in this video, inshallah, we're gonna be going through Sam Shamone and Jay Dyer's ignorance of the Quran as well as the Bible, and we're gonna see how they can't answer for their own book, because they always like to divert to the Quran. So, anyway, let's get right into it, inshallah ta'ala. So I'm gonna unmute this. And we're gonna let this actually play, and you're gonna see how intellectually dishonest Estupido is with regards to this topic. So anyway, let's play, inshallah. Go on.
So, Sam, is it true that Yahweh ordered an army to murder babies?
Well, yeah, it's true that Allah in chapter 2, verse 246 to 252, and chapter 5 of your Quran, 20 to 26, Allah ordered that Musa, alayhi salam, slaughter babies. It's also true.
Show me. Read the verse.
Surah Al-Ma'idah.
Read the verse.
Surah Al-Ma'idah.
So notice what's going on here, right? So the Muslim asks a question. He says, isn't it true that your God, Sam, ordered the killing of babies? And the obvious answer that Estupido knows is yes. The answer is yes. And Estupido knows this because he wrote a paper, which I might refute in my article, that actually talks about why it's justified to kill babies. So he knows. He more than knows. He is a biblical scholar. You know, he has impeccable biblical knowledge. So of course he knows the answer is yes, but he can't say that. Why? Because he knows there's no defense. There's no defense for his God ordering and slaughtering the killing of babies. Okay? So what he does is, oh, well, the Quran though. He's like, yeah, my Bible has baby killing in it, but you know what? If my Bible's going down, I'm taking your Quran with you. Like, what? What are you doing, my man? So this is the verses that he's talking about. So let's pull it up. It should be on your screen about now. First, let me mute this. Yeah. It should be on your screen right about now. And this is 246 to 252. Hopefully you guys see it. Estupido, I have a challenge for you. Okay? And I'm gonna play your video as well. None of these verses I have in front of you guys speak about any form of, for instance, any form of baby killing. It says, okay, when they said to a prophet of theirs who appointed king for us, so it's talking about fighting in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. None of this is talking about killing babies. None of it. It references Saul as king in verse 247. It does. It certainly does. Well, what it doesn't say is that babies are killed. And this is a non sequitur. Estupido. This is a non sequitur. Now, for those of you who don't know what a non sequitur is, let me define it, because I don't think Estupido even knows. A non sequitur is when the conclusion does not logically follow from the premise and or premises given. For instance, the Quran talks about Saul being king. Therefore, the Quran affirms everything in the Bible about Saul being king. Bingo! Non sequitur. This is a non sequitur. So, show me in these verses here where it talks about baby killing. So this is talking about Goliath. So it's talking about Saul's fighting and Goliath, etc. So Sam is doing a non sequitur where he's assuming that just because the Quran talks about certain events with regard to Saul's kingship, it affirms every bit of the biblical account of Saul's kingship. Okay? Just because the Quran speaks about Saul's kingship, it does not mean that it affirms everything about Saul's kingship. Now, let's go to this one. We're gonna full screen that. So, this is Musa alayhi salam. Now, notice Sam's claim. He says the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ordering Musa alayhi salam to slaughter babies. Is this what we find in the verses, guys? Is this what we find in these verses? Does it ever talk about babies, or does it ever say anything about babies? Does it? Because right now, I literally have read the verses, and the verses are right in front of you, okay? Does it ever even mention babies? The answer is no. Wow, good stuff, Sam. A blind person has to read better than you do. How do you feel? You should feel embarrassed. Anyway, we're gonna mute this. There we go. And we're gonna play this, inshallah. So let's keep going.
Stop barking. Take it easy. Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:20 to 26. There, your Allah said that told Musa to tell the Israelites to enter into the promised land, Canaan, but they're afraid because of the giant. That means your Allah confirms He sent Joshua into the land to slaughter cattle and babies.
Non sequitur. This is a non sequitur. Just because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions the promised land does not mean He's confirming the biblical story of the promised land. Again, this is a non sequitur, and it makes absolutely no sense. Just like if the Bible was to quote, the Talmud or the Hindu scriptures, Estupido, you would say, oh, but that's not confirming all of what the Hindu scriptures say. So why don't you hold to that same standard, you idiot?
Where does it say that in the verse?
So where does it say in the Quran 5:20-26 that war that was carried out against the Amalekites was from Allah? Does it say it there? Surah Al-Ma'idah
doesn't mention the Amalekites, and you even misquoted the verse. You quoted Surah Al-Baqarah with relation to the Amalekites, not Surah Al-Ma'idah. Surah Al-Ma'idah you quoted with relation to the Canaanites. Get your own quotations right, you dummy.
Okay, so you're changing the topic from a moral discussion to
he brought up the very thing from the Bible. I got it on the screen.
Show me the word babies in the verse.
Okay, so here we go with the word expectation, which is not even, you don't even hold to that.
Okay, now, Stonelicker, let me ask you another question.
Exactly.
Well, wait.
So your Bible,
Allah flooded the people of Noah. Did He drown babies?
Funny enough, I was having a discussion with a Christian a few weeks ago on this topic. The answer to your question, Estupido, is that we don't know whether or not babies were in there. According to Surah Hud, all of those who did not believe were drowned. Okay? All of those who did not believe were drowned. And so, since we don't know, all right? Since we don't know, and since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all-powerful, He could have made it so the children were saved, actually. He could have very well done that. And so, since we don't know, since we don't know for sure, we don't have an explicit statement to go by, what we should do, Estupido, is compare explicit statement against explicit statement. Your Bible talking about killing babies is more than explicit, okay? Women, infants, children, camel, sheep, cattle, donkeys. Like, it's more than explicit. The Quran's statements on the drowning are not explicit with regards to babies, okay? So, you can read all the way from Surah Al-Fatiha to Surah Al-Nas, And you cannot, and you will not be able to find me one explicit statement where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one true God, John 17:3, says to kill babies. Sorry.
That's God doing that, not an
So
army.
your Allah can't drown babies.
That's not.
Oh, that's God doing it,
like
not an
me
army doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and
Good
another
argument, good
question.
argument.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That's
take it
not
easy.
me going
That's how
grabbing
the
a
way you go.
The
Your
army
own,
is
your
the same.
own God drowned babies in the flood, right?
Yeah, that's God doing it. That's
So, I wouldn't even concede that, actually. Because we don't know for sure whether or not he actually drowned babies. We don't know. It's like, there's no explicit details that say he, drowned babies or not. The people who believed were saved. That includes children. Babies are born Muslim. So it's very possible that children could have been saved. So we don't know. So we should go off of explicit statements and not implicit ones.
You
not
see how
an
stupid
army.
this guy is? Your Allah can murder babies.
Exactly.
Okay.
I would just like to share some hadith that prove that the Torah we have now is not the same as the Torah we used to have.
Okay, hadiths that are going to
Huh?
prove the Torah is corrupted. Here we go.
No, he can't. You're
Okay, so this is another topic. So this is not relevant, but as far as this goes, I think we've refuted it. Now let me pull up the actual verse from Surah Hud in case you guys want some references here. First of all, we're gonna do that, and since this is already so those who did wrong are to be drowned, according to verses 36 and 37, which is right in front of you. Should be. Yeah, it should be full screened. Verses 36 and 37, they say that those who did wrong are to be drowned, and those who believe were saved. Okay? So babies don't do wrong. Maybe according to you, because your God orders them to be slaughtered. They do. They are inherently sinful or something, but we do not actually hold to this particular belief. So we say that babies are innocent and they're born Muslim. They're born on the right path because they can't necessarily, that's what they do. They submit their will to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They don't differ from that. So hadith about the Torah, this is not relevant at all to the topic. So we're gonna end it here, guys. But just keep in mind the non sequiturs. It's very important that you watch out for the debate tactics as well. There's a lot of interrupting. There's a lot of red herrings. There's a lot of non sequiturs, which is the crux of Sam's argument is a non sequitur, and watch out for that. That's it, actually. So, with that, I'll end it here. I want to say thank you, a lot of you brothers, for the support. Wow. Thank you to Brother Ramzi if he's watching. He actually sent the link out and people subscribe to the channel. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, share it with Muslims and or non-Muslims that are interested in watching Christian apologists get clapped intellectually. So with that said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You guys take care.